Okay, number 2. So we're going to talk about the domain. So our domain can only exist as far left as they both go. So -2 is the domain. All the way to the farthest right we can go with both of them is 3. Okay, so that's the domain I'm picking. Now I'm going to do my table for F, for G. Okay, so let's just follow the F function. So at -2, it's at a 0. -1, -1. At 0, it's -2. 1, it's -1. 2, it's 0. 3 is 1. Now the G, so at -2 it's 1, 2, 3, 4, back to 3, and 2. So looking ahead here, I have to graph all the operations. Okay, so there's what I'm going to do. I'll have to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. Okay, so let's go add. Okay, so if I add 0 plus 1, that's what I did. Add those. -2 plus 3, that's what I'm doing. Subtract. Let's look at the order. We have to go in that order. So the F, subtract the G. So 0 subtract 1. Okay, so that one, make sure you double check your order. So I'd have to go 1 subtract 2, not 2 subtract 1. Multiply, the order doesn't matter. So 0 times 1 doesn't matter. Okay, those are the multipliers. Divide, we better check the order here. F divided by G is the order. Okay, so 0 divided by 1. Okay, so now I'm going to graph. So when I'm graphing the add, my coordinate would be like this: -2, 1, -1, 1. These are my coordinates. 0, 1, 1, 3. Okay, because you're not going to see this chart on my screen if I flip. Okay. So that's like what I'm doing for a coordinate. Okay, and now I'm subtracting. So when I look at my chart, my coordinate would be like this: -2, -1, -1, -3. These are my coordinates. Okay, so sorry, you didn't have that on my screen. So the coordinates. Okay, now we're going to multiply. So the coordinates will be -2, 0, -1, -2. These are my coordinates. Okay, there we go. And for the division, So the division, my coordinates would be like this, -2 comma 0, -1 comma a half. Okay, so that one's a very small graph. Does your division have any restrictions? So if you're dividing by f of x, so this is what I'm worried about. I don't want that to be 0. So yes, this would create a problem, and this. So that would cause problems.